you know, us being like, or are we gonna do like?
Welcome to my home. It's another day where we can love our home with some easy DIYs. I said in a previous video that we are finally able, after waiting almost 20 years, to replace our cabinets and countertops in the kitchen. And then the pandemic hit and everything slowed down. I was so discouraged. But then I got to thinking, I can't do the big thing that I've been waiting to do, but I bet I could do a lot of small things that would still make a big impact. So that's where the Love Your Home journey really got started. I'm ironing white curtains here, and they're the kind that are supposed to be wrinkled, and it says not to iron them, but I can't handle the fold lines, so I'm ironing them anyway, and as you can see, they're going up in my dining room. As you can see, I'm not really tall enough to get the curtain rods down, and you notice there's really not room enough for that curtain rod because it's so close to the opposing wall. So you'll be seeing new curtain rods another day, but for now, we're working with what we have. I've decided to neutralize as much as I can of main decor, such as paint choices, curtains, and eventually rugs. Then I can add splashes of color that are easily interchangeable. I can add bright colored pillows. I can have seasonal and holiday decor that won't clash with what is up year round. And I'm really looking forward to being able to make those little changes throughout the year. These curtains that I'm taking down were really a great quality and never wrinkled, never showed dirt, and I got them at JCPenney, and as soon as Goodwill opens, I'll be donating them. I'm excited to think about somebody else getting to enjoy them. The advantages that I noticed with the curtains is when I decided to go with white, it was, first of all, very easy to find them everywhere, and secondly, very easy to find them at a very inexpensive price. You can see me kind of fighting with this curtain, and it was kind of cracking me up watching it back. I look like Snoopy when he fights with the lawn chair on Charlie Brown. As I said before, on the packaging it said that I shouldn't be ironing these, so what I did was I took a little spot that wasn't going to show and I tested my iron out, and I have it on a coolish setting and it did fine. So I guess my advice would be, if you really are dying to iron yours like I was dying to iron mine, test a little spot and see how it does. I bought a steamer about a year ago, but I didn't spend much on it and it really does not do a good job. So if you have a steamer that you love, I'd love it if you'd let me know what it is in the comment section below. These inexpensive curtains made such a difference in this room. It gave it almost a romantic glow. I really, really love it. I've been challenging myself to go around the house and look room by room and see what kind of changes I can make without spending either any money or very little money. It's a really fun challenge to see what can be done. If you're doing the same thing in your house, I would love it if you would let me know in the comment section below what little changes you're making around your house and what supplies you might even be finding that you had stored. I actually found some molding that we can use in our bathroom, and you'll be seeing that at some point soon. I haven't talked to my husband about it, but it was something we used in the upstairs bathroom, and I like it better than what we have in the downstairs, and we need to redo our downstairs bathroom at some point, so I was really excited to find that in the basement because now I don't need to buy any. So now I'm getting up the last set of curtains, and if you have any advice for me on what would be a pretty centerpiece for my table, I would love to hear it. I'm not good at decorating a table. We've always used it as a homeschool table, so I'd love some advice. While I was inside working on the curtains, 3 of my teens were staining the deck. They had done the first coat a couple weeks ago, but since I was filming inside at the time, I wasn't able to capture any of it, so I did get some today. They did enjoy doing it, except for the bugs, of course, and they did get paid for it. We do pay our kids when they're doing extra things outside of normal chore time. We don't pay them for their chores, and we don't pay them to clean up after themselves, but when they are doing extra work for us, we definitely pay them whenever we can. It helps them to be motivated to learn new skills and to learn some things that they enjoy that they might not have known they do. Now we're into a second day, and today I'm working on the living room curtains. These blue and white curtains, I believe, were from Target that I'm taking down. I had bought them when my older sons were young and then moved them downstairs when they didn't need them anymore, and I was just going to use them temporarily until I could afford new curtains, but that has to have been 6 years ago. And isn't that always the way? You think, oh, I'll just use this until I can get something else, and then you never actually do get that other thing. That's okay, because we're doing it now, and I got some white curtains from Walmart, and it was 2 panels for $14. And you can't see through these because we do spend our evenings in the living room, so it'll be nice to have a curtain that gives us some full coverage. Little by little, I'm changing all the metal decor of the house over to brushed nickel. It's going to take me quite a while because you have all of your kitchen hardware, doorknobs, curtain rods, anything that's metal in the house. Some things I won't be able to change, like hinges. You know, we'll have to see what we can do, but I'm just taking it a little bit at a time. These curtains took me forever to iron. I honestly think I had to have been ironing for 3 hours. Of course, I got interrupted once in a while, but it's kind of therapy for me to get to watch it back as a speed iron because it's just nice and quick that way. I wish I could do it this fast in real life. There's a show on Netflix called Brain Games, and on one of the episodes it said that when we watch something, our brain engages with it to the point that we're participating in it. So it puts you in the mood to do that thing you're watching. So I want you to let me know in the comment section below if this video put you in the mood to iron. I'm liking it. Everything is becoming nice and bright for summer, and it feels really good. As I said, this is day 2, and quite a number of months ago we had painted the kitchen wall and also this hallway, and I had run out of paint. So this hallway was painted, but it needed to be touched up and it needed a second coat in that one section. So today's the day. We got some more paint from Sherwin-Williams, and Ava is fixing all of that up. One of the challenges of doing a lot of DIY projects is life gets really busy, and if you can't grab on and get it done right away, sometimes it can be months before you get back to it because you just get busy and then you just end up getting used to living with it. Or at least that's definitely what happens to me. Now you see, as I'm putting up these curtains, I am also dusting a little bit around the curtain rods because things were kind of dirty, and I'm getting tired, so I got myself a stool so I could sit down to finish. I don't know if you can see the top of that window, there's actually a crack. The window, the inside window doesn't go all the way up, and there's really nothing I can do about that. Most of our windows need to be replaced. We struggle with spiders getting in there and building webs in between the 2 windows. And so I really don't want that anymore. Didn't know what to do, so I got myself some white tape, and I'm taping white tape up there, and with the curtains and the inside trim being white, it really doesn't show. I decided I'd rather have the white tape in there than have the spiders inside because it's always making the windows dirty, and they're very long and narrow, and it's really hard to get in there to clean. And you see the panes, the individual panes, that's not just a wood piece you can lift off, that crisscross pattern. That's actually, wood, and it has individual window panes that have to be cleaned individually, so it's very difficult to get it clean. I dropped my little duster in the window and I couldn't get it out, so the girls, they're taking turns seeing who could get it out, and Yvonne was able to get that little duster out for me. So then I had her just wiping that window as far down as she could reach. I remember when the terrible tragedy of 9/11 happened, and I remember that immediately following it, people were spending a lot of money improving their homes because they were thinking they would need to be home more. And of course, we're home right now with a stay-at-home order. And so the same thing is happening. A lot of people are working on their homes. And I've heard that even garden centers here where I live are running very short on flowers and plants because everybody wants to do landscaping. I'd be interested to know if you're going through that in your area as well. My daughter Ava has been asking me if we could plant some gardens, so we're going to be going out to the garden centers this week to get some plants, and I'll be interested to see if we have any difficulty. Here's how those white curtains look. I'm very happy with it. We got some new lighting in the kitchen over our island, so that's what that looks like. And you might notice there's no trim on the window behind it, so next time you'll see us working on that as well as patching up the ceiling. And this is where I put my pots on that wall going down to my basement that you would have seen Ava painting in one of my most recent videos. I'll have that video linked down below, and now I'm going to be working on the other side of the other wall, so stay tuned for that and also that window. I hope you got some motivation and encouragement as you work through your own home. I'd love to hear all about it in the comments below. Remember, as always, that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.